Today. My name is G. Tanji, and now we are going to introduce to you the segment called All Things FilAm with Dr. O, or Professor Anthony Ocampo. And I also want to thank Nicanor Evangelista for the music that you will be hearing here for the intro. Let's watch this.
Hey everyone, welcome to All Things FilAm. I'm Anthony Ocampo, aka Dr. O. I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with the word race. Whenever we're filling out forms, whether it's applying to a job or applying to college, we've all seen that question on the form that reads something like this. What is your racial background? And then right below, you'll get a bunch of different choices from white, black, Latino, Asian, Native American, maybe even other. What box would you pick? Well, for some of you, the choice is pretty easy. Asia, right? The Philippines is, after all, in Asia. But actually, the funny thing is, there are a lot of Filipinos who don't necessarily feel the same way. This is what I talk about in my new book, The Latinos of Asia, How Filipino Americans Break the Rules of Race. For this book, I conducted my own research of Filipino Americans living in LA, a city that some would describe as an ethnic melting pot. As it turns out, there's a sizable number of Filipinos who don't actually think of themselves as Asian. In a survey of over 400 FilAms living throughout Southern California, Filipinos of all different ages were asked the same question: what is your racial background? Only about half of them picked the Asian box. So what's going on with Filipinos in LA? When I got to actually speaking to Filipinos about their ideas behind race, it turned out for them race wasn't just a matter of what you looked like or what continent you were from. Racial identity entailed a constellation of other factors like religion, language, family traditions, even names. As it turned out, a lot of them said that they felt just as many similarities with Latinos as they did with Asians, which made it hard for them to check the Asian box. Filipinos would talk about growing up Catholic or growing up in a humongous family or having words in Tagalog like camiseta, patilon, zapatos, and they'd say, hey, we're kind of Asian, but there are moments when we feel kind of Hispanic too. In a city like LA, where 1 in every 2 people is Latino, these similarities were pretty easy to notice. So why does this even matter? Well, think about what year it is. It's 2016. In a lot of places, things are looking a lot less black-white and a lot more brown. It's an election year too, so think about all the people that are running for office. Candidates are always talking about trying to win the Latino vote or the Asian vote. And if you think about it, Filipinos' connections with both Asians and Latinos is like having the best of both worlds. I wrote this book because I wanted young FilAms to see the possibilities of these cultural connections with Asians and Latinos. Because hypothetically, a Filipino running for office would be able to gain political support from both communities. Maybe this means that sooner or later we might have our very first Filipino-American congressman, or maybe within my lifetime, our very first Filipino-American president. So I invite you to go check out the book. It's available on Amazon. I hope it inspires you to think differently about your identity, but more importantly, I hope it inspires you to write and tell your own Filipino-American story. Telling our story is important because at the end of the day, who we are is way more than checking some box on a form. As usual, I'd love to get your thoughts on this segment. You can shoot me your comments via Twitter with the hashtag AllThingsFilAm. Maraming salamat, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching our segment. And when we return, we have Mia McLeod of McLeod & Associates. We'll be right back.